In today's video, I want to highlight a new open-world action RPG coming to the PlayStation 4. It's 7 Enhanced Edition. It's a game that's going to go a little under the radar, so I thought I'd bring you guys up to speed on that. Also, it has been noted that Days Gone will receive post-launch DLC as we're coming up closer and closer to that game's release. Want to talk a little bit about that. Also, Remedy will be releasing their first game on the PlayStation 4. It is Control, and we have a launch window for the game. Devil May Cry 5 is being received very well, and now we have some rumors circulating about the possibilities of a multiplayer Bloody Palace and a potential another character. And lastly, I want to round out this video by taking a look at a great deal on Kingdom Hearts 3, a game that's really held up in price. However, Amazon has a pretty good deal on it right now, so more on that at the end of this video. First up, let's talk a new open-world isometric action RPG 7 Enhanced Edition coming to the PlayStation 4, and it's coming very soon on March 26th. 7 The Days Long Gone was already released on PC, and now the game is coming to the PlayStation 4 in the form of the Enhanced Edition. It'll include the base game as well as the expansion Drown Past, as well as a multitude of bug fixes. Here's the description for 7. If there's one place that Master Thief Tyrael avoids at all costs, it's the prison island of Pen. But when a daring heist takes an unexpected turn, Tyrael finds himself shackled on an airship bound for the infamous island. To make matters worse, the daemon inside his head makes it very clear that the thief will never leave unless he does exactly what he's told. In 7 The Days Long Gone, you play as Tyrael. You must use all of your cunning and skills to escape a web of deceit and betrayal and ultimately survive the world. The game touts the ability to explore a vibrant open world from an isometric perspective. From the moment you set foot, the island is open to you. Sneak, run, climb, and fight your way across a colorful array of environments. You are free to explore wherever you please. Only security checkpoints, monster-infested areas, and dangerous factions stand in your way. As a master thief, he is well versed in the art of stealth. Get the jump on enemies from behind and above, fool everyone with cunning disguises, or you just use the environment to keep out of sight entirely. If things go wrong, however, or you are feeling impatient, there's nothing to stop you from letting loose with an array of devastating weapons and unleashing deadly magical skills upon your foes. As far as the Drown Past expansion goes, which is coming with the release on the PlayStation 4, you'll run into the Enclave, a ragtag group of mysterious vagabonds who have discovered the mythological sunken vessel and are exploring it in the hopes of unearthing riches. But things that are buried for a good reason, as Tyrael and the Enclave will discover. With that, the original game will get an array of new opponents, weapons, outfits, crafting schematics, and skills. 7 The Days Long Gone was released at a $29.99 price point on PC, and it was received generally well. The Steam reception does have it at mostly positive, 77% positive based on 371 reviews. The Metacritic score isn't as positive at a 68. However, with the Enhanced Edition coming to the PlayStation 4, hopefully it's just an improvement upon the base game, and it could be something worth checking out at the very least, a game to add to your wishlist and wait for a sale on, but an interesting premise nonetheless. Moving on from that, there's been a lot of talk surrounding Days Gone recently. The game has just gone gold. It's the latest game from Sony Ben Studio, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it, starting to put out previews. And the YouTube user Gamer Braves recently interviewed David Lee, who is Sony Ben Studio's community manager, and he also spoke on the game's DLC post-launch. David Lee teased that it'll include the characters' backstories and it'll leave players with some kind of feelings for them and what made these characters who they are now. Specifically said this: "We have unannounced DLC, but we cannot tell you about it yet, so keep an eye out on that. With the main story, it should be sufficient enough to tell you the characters' backstories that make you care for them one way or another." He also added, "The game has changed dramatically and visually, especially with the UI." And he also talked about the evolution of the game. If you want to check out the full interview, we'll leave a link in the description box down below. The fact that the game has DLC might be a little bit disappointing, but how it was phrased, just with it being character backstories for other characters, I don't think that's necessarily a big deal. Yes, would I love all the content in the game from the get-go, but games are more expensive than ever to create, and at the end of the day, we do know that gaming is a business. DLC has just been a practice that's been accepted. There are levels to this. I'm not for microtransactions being riddled in a single-player game, but if you want to release some DLC that offers additional content and it's priced accordingly, I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world. It seems like to most people, Marvel's Spider-Man's DLC DLC plan was pretty palatable, and if it follows something in that sorts, hey, I'm not a big fan of it, but I think gamers at the end of the day, as long as the base game is of quality, it's not going to concern them all too much, and Days Gone is shaping up to be really good. Again, the game has gone gold. That means it is completely done in terms of what's being printed on the physical disc, but the studio is still working on things like updates, and of course, now we know post-launch DLC content. We haven't been detailed about a season pass for the game, so it doesn't look like there is going to be a season pass release, so who knows if this is going to be just one piece of DLC release, maybe like a Last of Us Left Behind where it was just one piece of content. Who knows how it'll shape out, but as we hear more about Days Gone's possible DLC content, we will keep you guys posted. The game again launches April 26th. Moving on from that, another game that I have some anticipation for is Control. This is the latest game from Remedy Entertainment, and it is coming to the PlayStation 4. If you guys are unfamiliar with Remedy, they've been recently putting out a lot of Xbox and PC exclusives. They did Alan Wake, and most recently they also put out Quantum Break. Those games being pretty trippy, story-driven action-adventure titles. They are interesting games, while not perfect. Remedy is definitely a talented studio, and now Control is their latest game, and it'll be making its way to the PlayStation 4. It was confirmed that Control will be launching this summer. That was announced by publisher 505 Games and the developer Remedy Entertainment. And if you guys are unaware of what the game is, Control is Jesse Faden's story. The main plot focuses on her personal search for answers as she grows into the role of the director. The world of Control has its own story, as do the allies Jesse meets along the way. Side quests and secrets are everywhere. Jesse works with other Bureau agents, decodes cryptic ciphers, and discovers strange Bureau experiments. There's a world within a location. You'll be able to explore diverse environments and shifting architecture in a deep, unpredictable world set within a sprawling New York building. Flexible and supernatural combat system, reactive environments, reality meets the unexplained, and Control seems to borrow a lot of similar gameplay and storytelling elements from Remedy's previous works. Remedy, an incredibly talented studio. I hope with Control being a multi-platform title, this game just resonates even more at a commercial level. We'll see again, as Control is scheduled to launch sometime this summer, which is also a very interesting point. The game is coming out in the summer, and it actually looks like this summer is going to offer us some quality games to play. We know The Sinking City is going to be out this summer, Judgment is going to be due out this summer, now Control is out this summer. Hey, that's pretty exciting, as the summer is usually a dead period in terms of new game releases, but that's three pretty big titles that I just mentioned. The Sinking City, not as big as Judgment and Control, but still another title to be excited for. Moving on from that, Devil May Cry 5 released last Friday, and it has been receiving immense critical reception. Gamers are very happy with it, and it looks like commercially the game is doing rather well as well. And we already know that the game is getting some free DLC content in the Bloody Palace. However, it looks like there's more than meets the eye. Naturally, people have been starting to go through the game's files on PC, and as it turns out, there are apparently a bunch of references to the game's Bloody Palace mode, and supposedly the code itself hints at a couple of potential features that could really set the additional mode apart. It's now being rumored that Bloody Palace may allow for full match-made multiplayer. Devil May Cry 5 already has a couple of missions where you can play with friends, but a full match-made multiplayer mode? Hey, that's pretty cool. And the code is also hinting towards there being another playable character. I'm sure you can connect the dots, but I won't get into that just in case of spoilers. But that's something to be excited for as well. This is going to be free DLC content, and Devil May Cry 5 again has been received very well. Capcom is here to stay. After the release of Monster Hunter World, Mega Man 11, Resident Evil 2, Devil May Cry 5, Capcom has been on absolute fire, and I'm excited to see what they're gonna bring out next. And lastly, I do want to give you guys a heads up on a great deal for Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, as great as it could be considering this game has really held up in value. But right now, over on Amazon, you can get the game for $50, which is $10 off of its initial price. However, they are also offering a $10 gift card with the purchase of the game, so if you look at it that way, you essentially get the game for $40, and without a doubt, that is the cheapest price I've seen Kingdom Hearts 3 at. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a very good game. It's one of the few great games that Square Enix has put out recently. This alongside Dragon Quest XI, two awesome JRPGs recently. Square Enix has been fumbling a little bit, but KH3 was a definite success, and now that you can essentially get it for $40, I would give it a strong recommendation. Unfortunately, some elements of Kingdom Hearts 3 did put me off a little bit, but overall, I would say that the game is quality, and if you're a fan of the franchise, it's worth checking out. Now, if you've never played the other Kingdom Hearts games, I'd probably start off with Kingdom Hearts The Story so far. That is back in stock, and you can find that for like $40, and that gets you really up to speed with the franchise. And that is going to conclude this video. Again, a new open world action RPG has been revealed for the PlayStation 4, and it is out very soon. Days Gone looks to be receiving some post-launch DLC. Control is going to be hitting this summer. Devil May Cry 5's Bloody Palace mode might have match-made multiplayer. Is another character coming? Who knows? We'll keep you guys posted, and check out Kingdom Hearts 3 in the description box below. You can get that for $50 along with a $10 gift card, knocking it down to $40. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.